Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. Today we will discuss about the five fastest way to become rich. Okay, let's know about it. Number one, avoid and pay down debt. Debt is not necessarily bad in all instances, but it is something to be avoided most of the time. For instance, student loans can be beneficial in the principal and interest rate are not excessive and they help you pursue a luc- lucrative career. Some experts would contend that student loan are bad debt, but I disagree, said Robert Johnson, chairman and CEO at Economic Index Associated. I would categorize modest student loan debt as being good debt. In my opinion, student loan get a bad rep. Again, the emphasis is on how to use them. Student loan can certainly be bad if the numbers don't work in your favor. There are, there is no doubt that the system has been abused and that some students have accumulated a mountain of debt and have earned degrees that simply won't provide the earning power to pay that debt back. Johnson said. Johnson also emphasized that credit card debt is always bad debt and should be priorities over the student loan. Ariel Equine, founder of independent wealth management firm LTC, a Capital LLC, recommended putting at least 20% of your paycheck toward debt if you have to it. Number two, spend initially and minimize cost. If you want to become rich, it's important to minimize your cost and be more initial with your spending. This is the second step. Become it should be one of the first things you do. Spending initially and minimize your cost will require you to give a budget. In doing so, you can keep track of exactly how much you spend and where you spend it. Acuna recommended a checklist of how you will spend. Develop a prioritized checklist for how you are going to spend your paycheck when you receive them. This includes allocating money to debt, reducing, saving fund emergencies, etc. Your goal should be to minimize cost and mass as possible so you can put that money toward building wealth. Jeff Brown, president and lead advisor at Syria Wilson, said you should uh, robustly find ways to limit your lifestyle cost and save 20% of can. Number three, invest as much as possible in a diversified portfolio. While there are limits to how much you can put into a 401k or IRA, those limits are high enough that many people are not able to reach them. And if you do, you can always invest more in taxable brokerage account. Thus, if you want to become rich, you should invest as much as you can. There is no upfront limit to that amount. There are many different investment strategies, but most experts recommended putting most of your money in the stock market. Some recommended a smaller portion of real estate or even speculative investments. Burrow recommended a portfolio of 65% stocks, 25% real estate, 10% speculative asset of choice. You will want to invest that money in a tax advantage account such as a 401k or IRA first. That will help you minimize your tax bill and thus increase your returns over time. If you manage to maximize out all tax advantage accounts, you can move to a brokerage account. Number four, work on your career. There is no substitute for high income. As they say, there is only so much you can cut in terms of expense, but there is no limit to how much your income can increase, at least in theory. Ensure that as you advise in your career, business, main occupation, you always save more than you spend as you earn rises and increase your gross income. Burroughs said lifestyle cost creep will absolutely rake a plan to get rich as quickly as possible. Of course, increasing your income will be in content of the job you have. Those working hourly jobs, or example, may have minimal leverage to increase their income. But if it is possible for you to move up the corporate ladder, that can be a powerful way to become rich, as you will be able to save and invest more. Number five, find extra work. The idea of a side hustle is nothing new. But if you have some extra time and you can pick up some extra work for a few hours a week, that can be a powerful way to increase your income. Gig economy use such as Uber and TaskRabbit make it easy to find flexible work, and there is no shortage of list of types of said hustle to be found online. Finding a said hustle is sometimes easier said than done, but this can be extra money that you can continue to invest further. Immediately go try and find three side hustle which can boost your take home income. Save as much of that as you can. Borrow said. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you will be a rich person in the next year. Thank you. Tata, bye bye.